Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for CMS Corporation DaiTei figure. And I'd like to thank two of my friends, Nino, who spotted this at Amazon, and Marcellus for getting it for me, since I actually ordered two. By the time we ordered two, the price went back up to like, I don't know, I think 40 bucks. So I'm really happy that he got it for me, and we got it for a good deal. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's a really good deal at that time. Anyways, here's the box. And it's just one of those obscure robot that Nino is famous for finding. It is cool. Although it's one of those old figures. But nonetheless, it's nice. We do see sunrise here. Interesting. Anyways, let's remove it from the packaging and let's take a look inside. Alright, we got DaiTei here. I can't remember the anime, or I'm not too sure. I did watch something when I was a kid regarding a school opening up, and there's a lion, there's a bird, and there's a robot that's combining, which is kind of similar to DaiTei. That might be it, but it's been a long while. I just remember something of that transformation. And it is kind of like a school, and there are students piloting the robot. Yep. Anyways, with this figure, it stands about 5 inches up to here, and on top of the wings, it's about 8 inches. It's about your mid-size figure, you know, around that scale. Well, in terms of size. It does have a really nice details. You get that nice metallic green, kind of like jewels, even on his forehead. Vibrant colors. We have red, orange, white, blue, yellow. It's really vibrant, really cool. As opposed to feel, kind of hard to say what I can compare it to. Has that kind of like a rubber, like hard rubber figure. It's not quite Robot Damacy, because Robot Damacy is kind of hard plastic, but it's kind of like a SEM Ben Presto, the SEM ARC78. For those who are familiar with that, it has that kind of like a rubber feel. In terms of articulation, it is quite limited. Although it seems like you have a knee bend there, but you know, there's really no point. I mean, you can move this, but I'm kind of afraid of that joint. You do have an elbow bend here, and not so much because of how his armor is restricting that. I think you might have a swivel. Yeah, I think there's a swivel right there. He does have a somewhat of a butterfly joint, interestingly. But the problem is the joint doesn't really lock in place. It's too heavy. Yeah. Also, you do have a peg connector here, which actually it's kind of like an added thing. Let me pop it out. And I think without it, well, actually not too bad. I think without the sword, it's just gonna topple over because of the weight of the wings. The wings are actually held. There's a peg that you just kind of push it in there. It's not too bad putting them on. And for this really nice shield here, we can take this out. And I think it's stuck now. There we go, got it out. There is a handle. And actually, they give you two handles. One for this, which just connect on and put it on here. Although I found swapping out the hands, you do have a pair of closed fists, left and right. A pair for holding a weapon, both sides. And you do have a third pair of hands, which is this. Just a relaxed hand. Not too bad. But they do have another handle here. And also mentioning how to swap it out. I swapped it on the right, end up dislocating his elbow, and good thing I didn't broke that. And it's actually a ball joint that pegs inside here. It's a little tough to put on. Yeah, I'd rather not swap it. I'm just gonna leave it the way it looks right now. So this extra one here, interesting enough, we gonna pop this out. It's like his sword, or might be a spear, on his chest. There we go. And this will be replaced by this. And something tells me I have to remove this too, which it wouldn't make sense. How come they just... Yeah, I'm looking at the instructions and yeah, I may have to use some pliers. Let me do that real quick. Alright, let's see how this goes. So I got some angled needle nose here, and let's see if we can take this out. I'm afraid I'm gonna break the peg, but sometimes just a little bit of wiggling back and forth. I think it's coming out. The thing is, the pliers have teats on it, so I'm not really sure if it might be what do you call this? Deforming the peg, but I need to get it out. There we go. So this particular peg, and it just disappeared. It's actually the same peg. Wait, it disappeared. Well, anyways, it was the same peg I pulled out from the shield here. Alright, I found it. Alright, so this is from the shield. This is from what I pulled out. And they're not the same. The one I pulled out from the chest is a lot slightly smaller. Anyways, we got it out of the chest. We're gonna put this on here, and now we're gonna take out the sword. Yep, yes, the sword is actually quite nice. I like the details on it. It seems to be, yep, it's detachable. Alright, so getting back to the chest, it's actually we can remove this part here. There's a second piece that you can connect, and basically it kind of mimics it extending. Now we can connect this part here, and it just becomes a weapon, kind of like a spear or a sword, but most likely a spear. Now the handles have a tab which connects or gives it a more secure look, secure on the hand. There's a peg hole right there. Probably. But the problem is getting it on there. It's not an intuitive connection port. I don't really think it's needed to have the little peg here, because getting it in there, it gets in the way. Oh jeez. I'm actually kind of curious, when is this designed? And there are a couple of CMS figures out there, and kind of curious how well they do for this particular line. Yeah. Anyways, we got that part, and for some weird reason that this got disassembled. Peg this on here, and we're almost there. Connect it, and that's a new weapon right there. Again, was to hold this. He has two weapons, working dual wield, either way you want. And yeah, I think that's it. Actually, oh, okay. So without that, he can actually do a little bit more with that joint. Interesting. No, although I kind of like this on the chest. I have to put that back. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the review for DaiTei. Hope you guys like it. Would I recommend this figure? Maybe. It's one of those kind of like static figures. It looks great, and if you do happen to watch the anime, it'll be a great nostalgic figure for you. Otherwise, they're just with the articulation and how finicky it is, sometimes I probably wouldn't recommend this unless you can get it for a clearance, which luckily I got it on clearance. Alright, that's about it for the review. Hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, well, not in the anime, I'm not too familiar with the anime of this particular one, let me know. So until then, this is Beans. Thanks for watching. Actually, I lied. I think it'd be better to have the handle on this guy here. So I'm gonna prop this or take this out and hope for the best. I wonder if I should just pop it on the elbow. There we go. And take this out here. So that part, for some weird reason, it's not as brittle as I thought it will be. Then on this part here comes the fun part, because it's a ball joint and it's really tight there, and I don't want to pull too much, else I might end up breaking that peg. Again, whoever designed this, why? Why? Alright. I really hate turning and pulling at the same time. Sometimes that's the way to go, but as you can see, it is a ball joint. Putting this on is another story, because it's not, well, how do I put this? It's not stretched yet. And this is the same frustration I had on the first one. Come on. And I'm really hoping the plastic doesn't break, because if it does, I have to do some surgery. Alright, so it's going in so far, well, in an angle. There we go, I hear a pop. Alright, so rotate this, and I'm kind of curious now, did I put it correctly on the other one? I think I might put it the other way. Come on, pop open. There we go. Yeah. Put it the wrong way. So it's supposed to be this way. Yeah. There we go. Snap in place. Not too bad so far. Nothing broke. But it's just one of those. It's really it's kind of scary sometimes, especially if this is something that you're looking at after, and it's just one of those hard to find, and it's one of a kind, and you break it by accident. Yeah, this head actually doesn't really stick well, and the bottom part of this, the other side, keeps hitting the, does not have enough clearance. Alright, and putting this on is same as that. Anyways, I just want to show that how frustrating it is to put those hands.